All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to Andrew, the base delusional girl who thinks beauty is subjective. Jump in.
Why are you laughing? You don't believe that?
Not without the beard, Andrew.
Andrew,
you
you're
need the
not.
beard.
No, wait,
Without the
you
beard.
don't believe I'm a 10?
Not without
It's
your
not-
makeup
so
on.
It's not just a subjective value? It's not just how I feel that makes me beautiful? There's something else that makes me beautiful other than that? What would those things be?
My opinion.
Are you asking,
Wow.
from your viewpoint, are you a 10, or are you asking from the view of society, would you be considered a 10? Because that's
Yeah,
two
that's
different
what the
things.
heart of the question is. Do you think that we care about the opinion of... Well, first of all, most people are going to lie about this, right? So the thing is we're asking you from the observer standpoint. What do you think the observer, if there's 100 men who all rated you, what would it average out to? What would the average be?
For me, personally,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wear makeup or anything to alter my appearance more towards a higher end of the scale. So I don't know if that's something to take into consideration. But with that said, I would say that I would be considered around an 8, just from what people have told me in the past. And
Yo, she's an
that's,
8, guys.
Just what I've...
Then I'm a
God,
10.
she says she's an 8.
Okay, you can be a 10.
Then I think that... What? I don't understand. Why are you laughing?
Because I don't know what people have rated you. I'm not gonna...
It sounds like you don't believe me.
Okay.
It sounds like you
I
don't
don't
believe
think
me.
that
Like
looks are the most
you
important
think that
thing.
maybe wait, you think I'm delusional? Do you think that...
I think you are delusional from this point.
Ah,
I think
Wow.
there you go.
myself in my head.
There you go. Hey, Andrew locked her in. She didn't even realize it.
I think that looks aren't the most important thing, but
Yeah,
I think
that's not what I asked you.
I understand what you're asking me, and from my
Then answer what I'm
perspective,
asking
you
you.
are not my version of a 10. So I can't speak for
I
other
know.
people. I'm
I
not in
get
their
it.
brains, but from my
Yeah.
perspective, you're not a 10 in
Yeah, I'm not asking you from your perspective. I'm asking you from the average woman.
Okay.
If 100 average women rated me, clearly they'd put me at a 10, right?
I can't speak for the average woman because I do not have the minds
I'm not
of every
asking you to
single
speak
woman
for
here.
them. I'm asking what you think.
Okay, so you are asking me my opinion on how I would rate you then. I can't
On
speak for
how
every other
you
woman.
think other women would rate me. So are you saying that...
That's still from my
if
opinion,
I'm-
though. That's what I
Wait,
would
I'm sorry,
believe
I'm
you
sorry.
would
You're
be
saying
rated. That doesn't make any
if
sense.
I intricately
The
don't
logic
know
isn't there.
how all other people feel about being murdered, I can't make the general statement that they won't like it.
See, so that's something that's a
Can you
moralistic
stop for a
issue.
second and
Your
answer?
looks
Hang on,
are not a
stop,
moralistic issue.
Stop. Before you start spurging out, I would like you to answer directly.
Yeah, let's
the
go,
question
Andrew.
I'm asking.
Let's go,
Do
Andrew.
you think that I could not assess that most people in the world would not want to be murdered, even though I'm not most people in the world?
That is a moral view.
Can you answer the question? With
I am
yes
answering
or
your
no,
question. I'm
please?
just not answering it how you'd like. That doesn't mean I'm
No,
not
you
answering.
just won't answer it, period.
Okay, so give me a, what is it? Is it a yes or no? Because if so, give me a yes,
Yes
or
or
no.
no. Can I assess that or not?
Repeat your question.
Oh
explicitly.
my
if
God.
I say I don't
Wow.
think most people in the world want to be murdered, right? Is that a fair assessment, even though I'm not most people in the world?
Yes. But that is
Yes,
a more
okay,
the
so
reason
then I
for
can
that.
wait, stop.
Hold
stop.
up, but
So
let me
I'm just
explain
saying-
the reason
hang
for
on.
that. The reason behind
Okay,
that
go ahead.
is that is a moralistic view. That is taking someone's life. Your looks have nothing to do with whether or not someone wants to be murdered. That is taking their life, right? So your looks
what?
are not something that I can objectively say. I don't know how people in
I'm not
India would
asking
rate you. I have my
wait,
views
you
from
think
my
I
perspective in
objectively know other
California.
people's morals? You think I objectively know their morals? No, I don't objectively know their morals.
There's-
I'm saying from my standpoint, I think most other people would not want to be murdered. And I think that
That's
that's what
fair.
all of them think. I could make value assessments on what I think other people would think, even though I'm not other people. You can do the exact same thing. You can say, I think most people would say, like, oh, I don't know, a person who came out of the ICU with half of their face melted off and a bone sticking out of their head and most of their bones missing, most
Damn.
people wouldn't find them attractive.
Okay, so
Like,
do
I think
something
you could-
parallel.
I
Do
think
something
you could
parallel.
actually say that, and that would be fine, yeah.
Right, but do something parallel. Say like the average person would rate insert celebrity's name at this level. Like that's a parallel.
Yeah.
Somebody dying or being killed is not parallel to your looks and how people would view you. I can't say that.
Well, wait a second. Then how come I can say with great certainty that a person with half their face melted off, who was missing most of their bones, and they had scars all over the place, and when most people saw them, that was the type of person who went, "Oh my God, right? I can make the value assessment that most people would find that unattractive, but you're saying that I can't make the determination on what most people would find attractive. I think that that's silly. And by the way, you yourself already gave us many standards. You said earlier in this conversation, for instance, that you think that most men are attracted to women between the ages of X and X.
No, I didn't say I believe that. That is a scientific study. I also studied
Even
psychology
better.
in school.
So you're considering this to be a
21
fact,
to
which
23.
means-
That's saying that's
Oh
their
my
peak
God, she
attract-
cannot even listen, bro. She's a Christian. She's triggered. That's why she cannot shut up. So right now, man, I don't know. I might have to do. I need to be better, because the way Andrew Wilson is really handling this conversation is such. These type of conversations, it's not easy to dismantle lies, guys. That's what I noticed in my life. It's not simply telling the truth. You have to debunk the lie. And in order for you to debunk the lie, you have to get to the root of the lie. And that's something that requires a high skill, man. And that's what I noticed. Andrew Wilson understands the truth. But most importantly, he can debunk the lie. You see? And that's something that I had to just learn to do. Because this is a masterclass, guys.
attractiveness, looking at them throughout the lifespan versus
So those
women.
women must share certain characteristics with each other. In this
Youth,
case, youthfulness.
right, youth.
So youthfulness
But that's
would be
women,
things
not
like,
men, unless you identify as a
Yeah,
woman.
she
I
gonna
can't
shut
rate
up.
you based off of that.
Oh,
So-
no, you can, because we have in that same study what most women find attractive, don't we?
No, so that
In the
actually.
same age bracket, don't we?
Right. So to me, again, so that makes it my personal opinion because I am of a certain age. Now, if I was of another age, let's say I was a 50-year-old woman, like, I don't know, however old your wife is, then I might find you more attractive at that age than a younger woman looking at you because it's a different age bracket. Women,
I'm not asking
they integrate
if
with age. Men just stay the same. They find 21 to 23 the most attractive throughout all age groups. Women
Do you
have a
think that
buffer of
most
4
people
years.
would think, okay, here, do you think most people would think a Tyrannosaurus Rex was big?
How does that have to do?
Can you
with-
answer
You answer the question, lady.
Do you think most
They're
people
testing your logic.
would think a Tyrannosaurus Rex was big?
Yes.
How are you making that value assessment? You don't have any data for it whatsoever. There's not a single study you've read where people were polled about whether or not a Tyrannosaurus Rex
Okay,
was big.
because
Hang on, stop, let me finish.
This is illogical.
Stop. There's not anything you have to base that on other than you have an assessment and you think most people would agree with this assessment and you think most people would think X. But for some reason you can't apply that same standard here. Tell me why.
Because that is again, a comparison between a large group of people, right? Just like you were saying, a large group of people would not want to be murdered. Yes, that is an easy thing to understand. A large group of people who are average in height would be much smaller than a T-Rex. It doesn't even matter if you're the tallest human being. You're going to be smaller than a T-Rex. So that is something that can be seen from an objective scale. Now, subjectively, I can tell you how
It's not
I think you
objective.
look.
Big isn't objective. Big is subjective. What is big to you is not
Right,
big
but
to me.
human
But if we can
beings
make the
are of
value
a
assessment of
student.
what most people, you don't have any data to prove what most people would find to be big. You just make the value assessment. For some reason, though, you can't say what most people, you think what most people would find attractive, even though you yourself, in this case, actually have data for it, which would be youth. Men are attracted to youth. If that's the case, there's going to be all
that's for
sorts
men,
of
not
shared
for-
features.
Okay. I can speak from my age bracket. For me, yes, that would be something where you can make it more objective of women my age bracket would not find a man as your age as attractive as a man within the 4 years that they are in. Whether it's 21, whether it's 26, it doesn't matter. Like, they are going to find somebody more attractive that is within their age bracket. It's scientifically proven. Now, I cannot tell you
So you
whether
can
or
make
not-
value assessments on behalf of other people. Look at that.
within my age bracket. That is
Well, I mean, whatever. When I say most women, right?
Okay, you're beautiful. Is that what you would like to
You can make
hear?
an association between all women in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and still in your head, some type of general average you think would be reasonable. So if I say I'm a 10, and you say, well, for me, you're not a 10. For me, you're not a 10. And I say, well, what do you think most people
That's a
would
gresay
think?
impression of my voice. Thank you so much.
I say, what do you think most people would think? Well, I'm sorry. You're right. It was a bad impression. What do you think most people would
Thank
think?
you. Yeah.
There
I
you go.
appreciate that. Now I'm
Is that better
transgender.
for you?
That's great.
Yep.
So, hey, what do you think most people would think? Most
I
women
think
would
most
think.
people would think that.
From
No, you
Is that how
didn't
you
even
want
have
me
to do
to
the
do it?
impression. I already
Okay.
nailed it.
Thank you.
I already nailed it. Like, you didn't even have to.
You know, it's funny because we were having.
Bro,
a discussion-
she's not answering the question, bro. She's not. I'm just still waiting for her to answer the question. She does not want to answer it.
earlier, and you were being very kind, but after that last discussion, you've gotten a lot more aggressive.
No,
People
shame.
like to answer direct questions.
Yeah.
They like to do what they do is they do what in
Yep.
your boat you would call like a motorboat, right? Where it goes like this. It goes everywhere except straight because you have waves.
That's
you have
called a.
this,
Did
you
you
have all
call it a
this going on.
motorboat?
Yeah.
Narcissist.
Yeah. So what happens is, you ever tried to drive a motorboat before?
Yes, I have.
You can't keep it straight on the water, not when there's waves. And so the thing is like, what's going on here is the same thing. When I ask you a direct question, you obfuscate, you do
Yep.
everything except answering the question. And I don't do that to you. So yes, it's frustrating for me.
Yeah, man. She does not answer the question, man. Incredible. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you next one.